Okay, today is August 3rd. Making this video on August 3rd, I want that to be fully documented. It's now been just about 6 months since we've seen the initial announcement of the 00 Falcon V-Coptr. You guys already know how I feel about this drone. I absolutely despise it, but I'm making this video either A, to trigger 00 for a statement, or B, hopefully prevent anybody from ordering this monstrosity of a drone. Let's get started. What's good, guys? Ken here. You're watching Original Dobo, and yeah, I put on a leopard shirt today because I hate this drone so much. I thought I would wear a shirt that I don't like as well, so it's suiting. All right, so the 00 Falcon V-Coptr was launched just a little bit before the first of the year. That's when they had that event in New York City, and they announced this bi-copter design, and it promised 50 minutes of flight time, super awesome efficiency, and a very futuristic design. And a lot of people were genuinely enamored by this design. You were excited about it. It was something new, it was something different, and you were willing to overlook the fact that the specifications on this drone were absolutely shit. Yes, they were shit. The drone had very 2018 specs. It had a Mavic 1 camera, and there was nothing really stunning about the overall obstacle avoidance. There was just nothing really cool beyond the fact that it had 2 arms and 2 props. That was it. And the fact that it was supposed to be more efficient. We overlooked the fact that there was a stability concern, no doubt, because they were afraid to even fly this drone. I'll get onto that here in a moment. And the fact that 00 has had 2 failed products prior to this release. The hover passports, the 1 and 2, well, the 2 has barely even shipped over to its backers, and the hover 1, well, we know how that went. It didn't sell very well. I don't even know why they thought they should make a second version. But let's talk about the communication from 00 Robotics. So today is August 3rd, like I said, and the last communication from 00 was back in February 15th. They posted on their Facebook page that the virus was taking full effect and that they were going to have to, cut back on production of the 00 V-Coptr. Now, what I find interesting about this all is, in the midst of this virus, we had DJI able to produce and market a Mavic Air 2. You had Autel, which is a severely smaller company in comparison to DJI, able to put out the Evo 2, get those shipped to everybody who bought those. And here you are, 00 was not able to deliver. Hell, even Power Egg was able to ship the Egg X well before the Evo, and DJI even put out the Mavic Air 2, which is pretty impressive because Power Egg isn't known to have the craziest shipping times. And yes, that is still a Chinese manufactured drone, manufactured overseas, shipped here, and they were still able to get it done. Yet mum's the word from 00. So here's the reason why I wanted to make this video today specifically. It's to warn anybody who is looking for a drone, because let's face it, like new pilots, they'll get a drone and then they're like, you know what, I want another drone, and they'll start searching, and somebody no doubt will stumble across the 00 Robotics drone and not really do any further investigation, see that it's $100 pre-order, and they're gonna order it. And that $100 is going to sit in their PayPal, 00's PayPal, until whatever they decide to do. Now, the good news is, because you are making your payment with PayPal, getting your money back should be really, really easy. And I would entirely encourage anybody who's pre-ordered the 00 to absolutely get your money back. Listen, I know it's a different drone and you're probably like, Dobo, why you hate on it? Well, listen, I don't buy things because they're different per se. I don't buy something because it's different. Having 2 less props, 2 less motors isn't a good enough reason for me to buy this drone. Let me just give you clue you in here. When I was at CES, the team was very cold, for 1, and 2, they did not actually fly the unit that they are intending on selling to the general public. They had a cage that was probably about a little bit smaller than my office space here, and they did not fly that drone. Instead, they opted to fly this little mini proof of concept drone that they didn't actually intend on selling. That's what they flew. They wouldn't fly the big drone. However, with people like X Dynamics and DJI, which had similar sized booths, their drones were super stable. So it leads me to believe that they weren't really sure if the stability factor was there on the 00 v-copter. I mean, why else wouldn't you have flown it, or at least attempted to start it up, or at least showcase the fact that it does actually work? They actually kept these things in cages. They actually had it mounted to this cage, and they would start it up and it would spin in circles, but it would never actually take off. They would let the prop spin and it would spin in circles, which that's not what I want to see. I want to see it flying. I want to see how stable it is, because anytime you take away two things, well, I'm curious to see if I'm going to be able to be stable. It's a terrible concept to take away two props because that's what you think is going to create efficiency. Efficiency should come from the fact of better battery tech, better silicon inside of the drone itself, an optimized processor or software to create better battery life. Like what DJI has done with the Mavic Air 2, it has a smaller capacity battery than that of the Mavic 2, but they've optimized the software to be better in flight to achieve 34 minutes of flight time. The Evo has a massive battery, but the software isn't quite as optimized, but it's still able to achieve 40 minutes of flight time. Those are acceptable things. Unfortunately, 50 minutes of flight time isn't a big enough trade-off for me to worry about buying a camera like the 00 Falcon V-Coptr, which is basically a Mavic 1 camera at heart. That's sort of alarming that anybody would put up $1,000 to get on board with that, and especially from a company that does not have a proven track record. So with that being said, if you have ordered it, I'd highly encourage you to cancel it, because you're not missing out. And at $1,000, even if this thing, if it snowed in Florida tomorrow and it decided they were going to respond to this and say it is shipping, I wouldn't buy it. I just would not buy it. I wouldn't even give it a second thought or chance, because you know what? Somebody's going to come out with something and do it better and be able to ship it to you and be able to take care of you on the warranty perspective. $1,000 could go a long way. Buy a Skydio for Christ's sakes, or buy something, buy anything, but don't buy the V-copter. There you go. That's my video. That's my rant. You 00. You guys are scumbags. That's it. All right. That's the video. Favorite. Oh yeah, and one more thing, because this comment sort of annoyed the living hell out of me. And this one came from Charity Melrose. It's a nice name. Obviously, here goes my female audience retention with what I'm about to do here. So she says, is the ridiculously profane language at the beginning really necessary or appropriate? Big thumbs down from me. Well, Charity, you may be a new around here, or maybe you've just stumbled across this channel. So instead of me exerting my energy, I'm going to use energy from the past to explain why I don't give a shit. Roll the clip. Past tense, Dobo. But, the more I keep putting out videos, what I've noticed is people tend to believe that who I am isn't who I am online, because they may not know me. It seems like people want me to be different. They want me to change. I don't know why. They don't like me. It's fine. I wanted to wear my suit today. I bought it. I was going to go to a convention, but the convention was canceled, so I even left the tags on because I didn't know if I was going to return it. But this is me. This is who I am. I try to do a lot for the community. I don't talk about what I do often because it doesn't need to be said. But if you've ever met me, or if you know me, you'll know that who I am is who I am, genuinely. And when I get comments like this, it just really takes the wind out of my sails, because that's not me. I mean, what do they want me to do? They want me to change? I'm not changing. I'm not changing. I'm not fucking changing! The show goes on! This is my fucking channel, and they're gonna need a wrecking ball to take me out of it! Woo! He didn't put on pants!